Hey everyone, and welcome to another installment of Tom's World. Today we are in Hulmeville, PA in Bucks County, and we're going to be checking out this park that's on the other side of this building behind me. But what this building is that's behind me is the old mill here in Hulmeville. It's been around for a very long time. I believe this was made in the late 1800s, like 1881. And this was not the first mill that was here, but there's a whole interesting story that goes along with it. I'll kind of touch on it in this video, but I want to save that for a later video for the history of Hulmeville. It's really interesting. But for today, we're going to be checking out this park that's on the other side of this building, this park. And I use the air quotes because it's got to be easily the smallest park I have ever seen. I mean, I'm sure it's considered to be the park into the woods and everything, which we will try to get into if we're allowed. I didn't walk around yet to see if there was any, no trespassing signs or anything like that. But I would like to see the old bridge. There's currently a bridge on Trenton Road right over here. It's just on the other side of this building here. You can't see it. That's a newer bridge that was made sometime maybe in the 80s, because people had talked about in the 60s and 70s when they would go past the old bridge, there was this Gatling gun that was like stationed on top of the middle of the bridge, and the Gatling gun was removed and is on the other side of this building. So let's just stop talking and go check it out. So before we go around the corner here, we're going to be going around there. This is a view of the mill. Now it's had additions on it, or put onto it I should say, since its original building. This part in the middle that you see here, that's the original building. The part just off on this side and the wooden part over here, they were added afterwards. But the original mill, I think, was like just over here. This is the Hulmeville Inn. I think it was like just across that street there from what I was reading, but again, not 100% sure. Anyway, let's walk around and go check out the other side of the building. So here's that Gatling gun that I was talking about. My apologies for the wind. You can see it right up there, and the current bridge that they have is just around the corner here, back that way. And it could be that they took this entire piece from the original bridge. This might have been the whole centerpiece, and basically all it says on it, even though it's hard to read right here, is the same thing that's down here. It says Hulmeville Roll of Honor, people that were killed in action. And I don't know if it says anything on the other side, but we're going to check that out. But yeah, the whole history of this town is really interesting. It was founded by a gentleman named John Hume. And for a while, after he bought and purchased the land around here, which was in the late 1700s, he kept the land pretty much for him and his family. He built his sons like houses and stuff, and they ran the town. And eventually they opened it up to the rest of the public and started having businesses here. And I believe the very first bank in Bucks County was here as well. John Hume became a congressman of some sorts, like the mayor of the town or borough or whatever that would be. I'm not sure. I'm not big on political jargon and slang. But yeah, this is all where it started, right around in here, right along Neshaminy Creek. We have some benches here that have been dedicated to someone or something. And they're really hard to read, but I think that says George Sonny Wheeler. And this one, oh, it's hard to read. Something about the Wagon Foundation, Hulmeville Historical Society. And this is also part of the bridge. So 1865. And that Gatling gun back there used to be part of this bridge. Now I'm not sure if it was on this side or the other side, but then it was rebuilt in 1918, and it stood here. So this bridge has been here for quite a long time, and the wall doesn't seem to go down all that far. And we'll walk down here, see if there's a way to get down there safely. It is a nice drop off right here. And you can see this is where the wall ends. So the bridge would go straight across Neshaminy Creek this way. I mean, we could be, well, this is obviously the inside wall. So it would be, if you were traveling this way, this would be the left wall. The right wall doesn't seem to be here at all. this is, yeah, this is history, right? Oh, and this tree was also dedicated to George Sonny Wheeler. So yeah, this has got to be the smallest park I have ever seen in my life. Let's see if we can get down here a little bit. Shouldn't be too tough. I mean, when you think park, you know, you don't think about something this small. This is obviously a runoff right here that goes under the road, like the Neshaminy Creek is further down that way. This is just like some kind of runoff stream. Let's just take a look at this side of the wall at least. I mean, when you think about how old this is, even when you go by the remake back in 1918, it's been here quite a while. Trying to see if there's a way for me to get down even further. I don't know what there would be down there to see, but we'll check it out. I mean, at the very least, I can get closer to the stream over here. So yeah, it's just like a little offshoot of Neshaminy Creek. So now I came to the other side of the little stream. There's the mill there, and you know, I just wanted to get a little closer to Neshaminy Creek. I wanted to look across and see if by any chance there might be parts of the other side of the bridge on the other side of the creek. I somehow doubt it, but might as well look, right? Does not appear to be, because it would be straight across from here. Let's get down closer to the creek and get out of these little thickets or whatever the heck you want to call them. So I would be right in line with it here, and it does not appear that there is anything left on the other side. I just love being in places that like are rich in history, and I don't know, it's almost like I can feel the history. I know that sounds corny or stupid or whatever you want to say, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. Now, try as I might have to look up any videos that have been done here, I was only able to find one, and it was like a video that was like 1.5 minutes long. I can't, for the life of me, I can't remember what the channel name was, but there wasn't really many videos on there at all. And he just took his video up there, up by the Gatling gun, and then that was it. I'm just getting down a little further. This was obviously an extension that was put on the mill as well. Now, I do know that they were trying to save the mill. I mean, it's still in standing condition, obviously. Otherwise, it wouldn't still be here. But I know somebody was trying to do something to save the mill, and things just fell through somehow. And man, that would be great if they could like save it and maybe fix it to make it look like it used to, and have it be like some kind of museum for the area. There's like an old bucket over here, trying to make my way to. That's pretty cool. Is it metal on the inside? Yeah, it's some kind of metal on the inside. So maybe it was just made to look like an older bucket with the little wood slats and the metal bands. Then again, who knows? Could have been here forever, just left untouched. But here you go, for everybody who knows Hulmeville, who lives in Hulmeville. The area I'm standing in, not exactly the area, but the area I'm standing in, this is where Hulmeville was founded. Before that, from what I read, it was a town called Milford, and I think it only had one house, and that was it. I mean, can you imagine that in this whole area? First off, not being called Hulmeville, being called Milford, and only having one house, no other businesses, no nothing. That's kind of crazy when you think about all the houses that are around here. There's a huge cemetery just on the other side of the creek over there. I forget what it's called. Got the Hulmeville Inn. So there's a lot around here. And I do know of some future plans that someone has not far from here. And the town folk are not too happy with it. But that is going to be for another video. Oh, I never did go around and look at the back of that, see what that says. Well, first off, right here, this is like a horse trough or something. Trying to see what it says. Hulmeville Lodge, something 1877. I was right. It's a horse watering trough. Donated in 1874 by the Hulmeville Lodge in honor of native son Dr. John David Bartow. One of the crew members of the Challenger Skylab 2 launched July 24th, 1985. Wow. And I can see the Eagle Scouts had their hands in something with this too. I see the Eagle Scouts come up a lot. I remember way back the first time I went to Sorobia over in the Chamonix State Park. They were taking care of that too. Anyway, so yeah, this was Heritage Park, and this date stone here, I'm looking, it's actually the one that said 1918. It's not attached to the wall, so maybe that was on the opposite side of the bridge and they just put it there in recognition. Yep, some local town history here. Now back on the other side of the mill, and it would seem at some point there was an old mill antique store here. I don't think it still operates. Let's see if we can see inside here. Might be hard to see, but there's some stuff in there. So I mean, maybe it is still operational sometimes. I saw a sign out on the side there that talked about hours, but again, it could be old, and I'm not 100% sure if it's still open. And quite a few of the houses around here look older, maybe not as old as the mill. So it's just a really cool area to stroll around in, taking the sights. You got the fire station down that way, Hulmeville Hill on the other side of it. But for now, I'm just going to walk back to my car Even this building looks kind of old, or maybe it was meant to look old. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you once again for coming on another adventure. If this is your first time here, please make sure that you give the video a big thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and when you do, make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you'll be sure to be notified as soon as I upload new videos. So actually, after looking at this, I do realize that this is a historic place. Johnson Hall Coffee House. This was refurbished to be a coffee house, obviously, but it does have historical significance. It was the Neshaminy Lodge number 422, established in 1871. So yeah, I was right. It is historical. The addition probably is not. I'm gonna get out of here. I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and take care.